I'm going to show you guys what bad X-rays look like and why she's here. When you guys say, I don't need to take X-rays because chiropractors don't always need to take X-rays, you take X-rays but to see the stuff that is fixing her. Hi, this is Dr. Thayer. I'm with Heather, and they drove out here, right?
Yes.
Drove out from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
And so their first experience with chiropractic, her husband found me online. He's so fed up with her complaining about her freaking back. He's like, I'm gonna find you somebody. And so he found me, and so I'm glad they came out here. She is a really interesting case because it's not just has like back pain. That's easy, guys.
That's the easy part.
That's the easy part. And she's here for the back pain, not for anything else.
Right.
The fun part about her is she's type 1 diabetic. Since when? How old?
8.
8 years old. And she's like, what, 21 right now?
Thank you.
And so that's been a long time.
Yes.
And so the other thing too is that she has had 1,000,000 freaking surgeries on her ear. And so she had that since when?
Birth.
Birth. And so she's had 80 surgeries. And they call it,
counting
yeah,
after
I mean,
80.
it's a lot. And so she has a station 2 problems, pressurization problems, hearing problems. She's had to have her tympanic membrane rebuilt. I mean, as many things as you could mess up, medicine has screwed her up. And so it's like, making that monkey thing. So anyways, they did it to her ear. And so
They did it to my ear.
to the ear. So she's in terrible shape pain-wise, but I'm interested in type 1 diabetes. And the cool thing about that is, show us this. She's so messed up that she's on a insulin pump. She doesn't even inject herself anymore. And she has a patch that is a what?
Sensor.
Sensor. I'm going to show you guys what bad X-rays look like and why she's here. When you guys say, I don't need to take X-rays because chiropractors don't always need to take X-rays, you take X-rays but to see the stuff that is fixing her. And so that's why we take them. I'm going to show you guys where we look at them. So go ahead and tell us what you told us this morning, or just now.
So between the last couple of days, it's been absolutely amazing. I can basically do everything I could do before all my accidents and everything, but I can move my arms out and they don't hurt.
I forgot even about that. We've been talking about so many of the things. I forgot about your arms.
We've done everything. So yeah, I can reach out. I can do it.
And reach above your head, remember?
Reach above my head.
And you couldn't do that
And I couldn't do that
for 5 years.
I know.
5 years.
So
I forgot about that. It's been 3 days. I've already forgot about that symptom.
We've got a lot of stuff going on here.
We do.
Yeah. So this morning is just a continuation. My shoulders were hurting in here, so I've corrected that, and that's taken a lot of the pain off of my shoulders.
We showed her how to relax her shoulders a little bit, how she was part of the problem. We're teaching her how to walk a little bit. We're teaching her how to sit a little bit, and just basic stuff, not really exacting stuff, basic stuff, because she was doing it wrong, so wrong that she was creating her own pain. So we taught her that this morning, and she has a little bit of a benefit from that.
Yes.
Sleep is unbelievably different, right?
Unbelievably different. I wake up refreshed. I feel energetic. I don't want to go back to sleep after I wake up.
Shoulders are so funny.
That's just crazy.
And the leg pain, back pain,
it's
neck pain.
It's subsiding tremendously. It's not consistent anymore. It's isolated to different things that I'm doing.
Yeah. How many days you been here again?
Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday, 3.
3 days.
But it's been twice a day for 3 days.
Yeah.
So
So this is a
yeah.
second adjustment today.
Yeah.
So things are going good.
Awesome.
The big thing I keep thinking about is the ear. How's the ear doing? You can hear out of it now.
I can hear. It's more clear. The first night after the first adjustment, I could hear my husband coming into the room. More clarity, less popping, less ringing.
You said your ear popped today too. And tell us about your vision. How it's changed a little bit too.
More clarity and more precise. I guess more HD.
Gotcha.
Vision.
Gotcha. And she keeps checking her vision.
I do. I keep checking my vision to see if I can see again.
Yeah.
It feels like it's coming back slightly, but I don't want to say that it's.
We don't need her to say that,
massive or anything
but I'm just
like
trying to
that.
give you guys some understanding that it's not just about pain. She came here for her shoulder pain, and she'd be happy as a clam. She'd be touting how great this is if I just helped her with her shoulders.
I was great Monday. I mean, honestly, on Monday after the first adjustment, that pain that released was just amazing.
But she's seen other things, and chiropractic is not just about pain. It's about making the body healthier. When you guys come here and go, Dr. Thayer, can you fix this? My primary job is working on balance. I work on balance. I don't cure anything. But by having better balance, the body takes care of itself. All I do is put back God's work.
And let me just add one thing. My sugars have been consistent better. So they still run a little higher, but they're consistently higher. So if I can just bring them down just a little bit more and stay in that consistent range.
Good. So these are your these are your X-rays, okay?
Okay.
And so what we look for is we look for this pink line first. This pink line is the center of mass of your body. And so we want to see where your head is relative to that line, okay? And you can see it's right of center. It's right 11.4 millimeters, okay? And that right imbalance causes our first leverage point. That leverage creates that torque I was telling you about. And that torque is what puts pressure on your spine. And so by changing the parameters of your balance through adjusting your neck, it balances out, takes torque off your body, and takes pressure off your spine.
That's amazing.
That's the basic idea, right? So you can see this arrow is showing how it's leaning to the right. This arrow is showing your TMJ. You have jaw pressure right here. And so that the left side is a little tighter than the right side. The right shoulder is lower, so essentially your whole body is leaning to the right. Head's leaning to the right, shoulders down the right. Now, everybody on camera and you are all looking at all these curves here. You have an 8 degree, a 12 degree, and a 12 degree curve here. Those are, again, I call them areas of weaknesses. So you have a little bit of genetic, probably scoliosis in your family.
Okay.
Your daughter will have this also, by the way.
I've been told that in the past, but I said no, I don't. And
yeah, it's not terrible. It's only 11 degrees, 12 degrees, but it definitely is more than usual.
Okay.
And so these are areas of weaknesses that allow your body to sort of fall apart to a certain extent.
Okay.
And so this imbalance exploits these weaknesses. This is your low back. Okay. So these lines are looking for where your femoral heads are if you have a short leg. The legs are pretty level. This line is to see if there's any pelvic rotation. Pelvis is pretty straight. This arrow up here tells us you have tons of constipation. See all this? All this, the poops in your intestines. Poopsies.
Wow.
Okay, so it's pretty backed up in here. And so it tells me, again, neurology-wise, your intestines are being not working as properly because the nerves that come out of your spine aren't working to your intestines. Same thing happens with your pancreas. This is why diabetes changes. Not that I'm fixing this stuff, that I'm just allowing the body to work properly again.
Sure.
Okay? But the thing I put arrows over here for, there's lots of traction spurs on here. So a lot of these full spine chiropractors out there watching this video right now are going to be like, well, there's no short leg. There's no pelvic rotation. What are you adjusting? Well, I'm adjusting the spine. Why are these here? These are here because of imbalance. Traction spurs on top of your ilium. And that's all there because of massive amount of tension that's always been exerted on your back. So you've been doing this for years where you create this inconsistency. Yeah, and you can see it. This is evidence of that.
Wow.
So here's all the poopsies in here. Okay, posture's okay in here. Arthritis is okay. A little bit of arthritis down here, L5, S1. First of all, this yellow line is how her neck should be shaped. And you can see it's called a reverse cervical curve here. But this is not a normal reverse cervical curve. This is angulated at such a degree, we call it a kyphosis. And so this is long-standing pressure. Because of the alignment of this particular bone, C2 right here, where I'm pointing the arrow right here, is pushing against C1. And this is completely worn off. This is a 3/4 wear, we call this. This atlas should be straight, like this. And yours is like almost like a fish hook. And so it's not just worn off the tip here, it's worn off this entire bottom thing. And so this is 3/4 wear. You're not just the tip of the bone has been worn off, the entire posterior arch is worn off. Why is that important? The more pressure on this atlas, the more it impacts the spinal cord and the brain stem, which is sitting right here. So the more it affects the brain stem, the more that it affects your balance. And so this is radical out. Okay? Now the other thing, the 60-year-old term right here, I'm making you cry, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all, information's good, by the way, okay? So this right here, that's arthritis, guys. This right here, radical arthritis, that's years and years of abuse. And so this position has caused this particular bone to outgrow. See, these are small. These two bones are actually larger than normal. And because they're adapting to the massive amount of pressure in your spine. Okay? Now you also have this hook on the back of your head right here. That's an adaptation also. That adaptation is there because of long-standing imbalance, poor posture. So these are not causing her pain. This is not causing her pain. This is not causing her pain. It's the pressure this is exerting on her brainstem that's causing the imbalance, that's causing us to have this torture of her body. My job is to correct this curve, taking pressure off this bone, which allows the body to just function the way it's supposed to function. It's pretty simple. But what this X-ray shows, it shows how bad it is. This extreme kyphosis, extreme arthritis, extreme atlas wear is worse than most. And so it shows us how many years you've had this.
How many years?
This takes decades to do this. This is probably something it's probably most of your life.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't even this doesn't happen in a closed vacuum. This is pressure. This is like 60-year-old neck right here. Yeah.
Would it be like injury, or would it be just body?
Again, we talked about this earlier. It could be just birth.
Okay.
Right, haste to be born too
Sure.
quickly, and they do. They twist your neck so fast. They may use forceps on your head to pull you out too quick, causing the first pinched nerve. Back to the office where we're going to compare a normal spine to her spine. This is how it's supposed to look, guys. I just want to get this on camera. This curve is how it's supposed to look. Hers goes completely the opposite way. And see the atlas up here? I want you guys to see this. See how straight this thing is? Hers is, again, a fish hook. This is supposed to be strong and thick. Here's a fish hook, 3/4 where I call it. And you look in here, see there's no arthritis down here. See how these bones are all the same thickness? Mm-hmm. Now this is where she's at. So take a look, just go back a little please. So this is arthritis. Good spine leads to bad spine leads to arthritis, worse arthritis, worse arthritis. This is how arthritis develops. She is here in her neck, way down the road. And so that's pretty significant. She's my little green lump of clay. Anybody know what that reference is? You're too young for that, huh? You don't know what that is, do you?
No.
We'll see if anybody on YouTube land gets that one. Okay. And listen to the paper, guys. Does the paper sound less paperish? I changed the paper for you guys. Good. This way. Wow.
That felt good.
Good. Wow, that was nice.
That was a lot better.
That was easy, huh?
That was a lot easier.
That's her story so far. We got one more day with this girl, and so we'll get one more video. Thanks for watching so far. I hope you guys enjoyed that X-ray explanation. See you guys next time.